friends, welcome back to my channel, Luxe Party Favors by Nikki, and today is part 2 of my Princess Peach tutorial. Today I will be actually assembling the items that we designed in the previous video. And yes, I have the same outfit because I filmed everything the same day, but I just wanted to break it up because I didn't want it to be too long and I didn't want to lose anyone's attention. So the first video I think is going to be about 20 minutes or so, and I'm not sure how long this video is going to be yet, but I just wanted to break it up for that fact. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do before I begin a tutorial is, of course, go over the tools, the materials that you're going to need. So I'll start with the scissors just because they're in my hand. So I just have some regular cutting scissors, or you can use a paper cutter, and of course everything I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the box below if you want to use these exact items. Most of the items I get are from from Amazon, so it's an easy place to get them from. We have some zigzag scissors to add that extra level of detail. We have a paper crimper, again, to add an extra level of detail. We have our glue tape to seal everything, of course, and we have our glue gun. So sometimes I use both, sometimes I use just my glue gun. It depends on how I'm feeling and what I'm wrapping. Obviously you need the snacks that you're wrapping, and so today we're going to be doing the Capri Sun labels, the mini Oreo, and the Rice Krispie treats. And these are mini Rice Krispie treats, however my actual template can be used for the larger size Rice Krispie treats as well. And then of course you're going to need the actual labels and the wrappers themselves so that you can wrap the items. And today I have my holographic sheet, and I'm going to just use that for the mini Oreo wrapper. Okay, as usual, I brought you guys in a little closer so you're not gonna see my face, or if you do, it's not gonna be my entire face, because I just want you to have the opportunity to focus on the design and have an up close and personal look of how I'm actually creating these labels. So the first thing that we're gonna create are the mini Oreo labels. And so I'm gonna take this holographic paper and I'm going to, it's a sheet, not paper, and I'm going to just go ahead and put that on top of the image first. Sometimes this thing can be a little tricky and stick on itself, so you just have to be careful when you stick it, because it will stick and it won't come off. You don't know how many I've messed up before. See, look at that, it's already sticking before I want it to, and it will tear the image. Dang it, dang it. I'm telling you guys to be careful, and I wasn't careful. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna leave it and then just go all the way across. Just smooth it as you're pulling the sheet back. And you may have some leftovers. So that little piece that I thought I messed up, it didn't mess up really. But I just wanted it to be more even, so I didn't have all this extra hanging off, but that's not a big deal. So just smooth it down, and then we're gonna cut that piece off, of course. You guys may hear my washer in the background. My children are doing laundry. It's like every time I film, there's always some sounds, just because, you know, life can't stop. Okay, so now we're gonna fold right along these seams. And by the time I put this video up, I should have this entire bundle available for purchase on my site if you just want to purchase it. However, if you watch part 1 of the Princess Peach tutorial, I show you how I designed it, and you can design it yourself. So whatever you like. And if you get my bundle, it's going to come with, I believe, 8 labels, but on the tutorial I only show 3, just to give you an idea. All right, so it's all folded, looking cute. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut some of this back off. I don't need all this. And the reason why we have this extra length is because I reduced the size just because the Oreos are small. But if I use chip bags per se, I would use the entire image, like the entire size of the paper, because the chip bags have more air and they take up more space. So I'm gonna go ahead, let's see which part. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to put on top. I'm thinking I'm gonna just go ahead and put the words on top. Yeah, I'm gonna put the words on top, so I'm gonna slice that side off a little bit. Okay, so there you go. So it's not hanging over. And now we're gonna go ahead and let me just make sure everything's even. We're gonna slice off the bottom, the white part. Some people keep it on because it's helpful when they're cutting, when they do their zigzag cut, but I just like to cut the white part off before I cut with my scissors, my zigzag scissors. I'm gonna do that on both sides. All right, so I think I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna use, just because the holographic sheet makes it a bit heavier, I'm gonna go ahead and with my glue gun in order to seal it, just to make sure that it really seals, because sometimes my glue tape doesn't always do the job when it's a thicker material. So, you know, when you're doing something for the customers, you don't want it to fall apart before they're able to open it. So that's going to warm up, and while that's warming up, I'll just let it warm up and then I'll come back. Okay, it's all heated up, and even when I get a steady light, I like it to sit a little longer so that it gets really hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on this middle seam first. And normally I would use my glue tape, but I'm not gonna do that today. Just put a line, go as quickly as you can so that it doesn't harden and you'll have a lumpy product. That's another reason why I let it warm up a bit, so that it oozes out instead of, you know, me having to push it and then you have chunky glue. So that's what we're looking at right now. This is so cute. I can't wait to actually do a party package like this. Thank you for that idea, to the lady who gave me the comment. All right, so what I did now I'm sealing the bottom. I just put some glue on the inside and sealed it. So now I'm gonna go in with my zigzag scissors. And this is not a necessary step, but I like to add a little detail on here. And make sure you don't go up too high, because you don't want to cut the glue off and then the bag opens. All right. Can you see that zigzag? Sometimes I don't know what you all can see. Okay, and then I like to go in with my paper crimper after that. This paper is a little thicker. Ooh. You guys probably can't see the texture, but trust me, it looks so cute. There's some, like, you know, texture on there, like some ripples. Okay, and then after that, I can just go ahead and slide this bag right on in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Looking cute already. I've seen where some folks like squeeze the sides in. Maybe they do it afterwards. I haven't quite mastered that yet. All right, so put some more glue. I like to put it on the back side as quickly as possible. And then I like to go ahead and smooth it out quick so that, oops, glue all on my table, so that it doesn't harden and you have lumps. Hot glue is so much fun to work with. It's not. It's it's not at all, but now it's smooth though. And don't worry about any leftover glue because you're gonna cut that off. So we're gonna do the same thing and just cut off the tip. Don't go down too far, like I said, because you don't want to cut off the glue. So that's why you need to make sure that the glue is down far enough. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my crimper. All right, we got one package done. What I was gonna say is some folks like push the sides in like that. Just to make it look a little bit cooler, I think, but I'm not gonna do that because it wrinkles it and I don't like that look. So I don't have any issues with it looking kind of flat like that. Until I actually master that pushing in the sides, I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna try it. Okay, that is our first item. So next thing we're gonna move on to the Capri Suns. For the Capri Suns, of course, all you need is the actual Capri Sun and the label. The Capri Suns can be tricky sometimes because they have a tendency to want to wrinkle, but I do have a method that I use. This label looks a little big, which is strange. We'll see. I have a method that I use and I'm gonna show y'all today. Of course, you need to cut out the actual label, and my labels can fit the Capri Suns and the Kool-Aid Jammers. They're the same exact size. So I just go ahead and cut that out. And I like to put my label on the back for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a simpler process. You don't have to worry about punching a hole in the actual label, and you don't have to worry about carefully taking the straw off and then putting it back on. That's just extra unnecessary steps. And also I like to put it on the back so that the children can actually see which flavor they're drinking, because you know the back doesn't have anything on it. Okay, so what I like to do, obviously the Capri Sun is already wrinkled, so it may not be perfect, but the goal is to make it as smooth as possible. So I try to just flatten it out as much as possible. And then I'll go ahead and peel the top of the Capri Sun. I like to do this with a lot of my labels just so that they don't stick on themselves. And if I have to correct it, I can correct it without completely ruining the label. And then I'm gonna go in and try to align it as best as possible and center it as best as possible. All right, so this is what we're looking at right now, okay? And the label is still on there, or the back sheet is still on there. So now that that's on there, I'm gonna just go ahead and carefully just pull it off, not really sticking. I do press down the middle very slightly. And then I'm gonna flip it over, and then we're gonna do a rocking motion. I saw this tip on another site and it's been very helpful. So you just kind of rock back and forth. And then I like to go and smooth the sides once I've done my rocking motion. And then I'll flatten out the bottom, and I'll rock some more. Smooth the top. I'm gonna smooth this side a little bit. And then rock some more. Imagine doing this for like a dozen or 2 dozen. But it turns out pretty good when you try that. But you know, I have a teeny wrinkle right there, but it still looks pretty good. It doesn't look, you know, terrible. I mean, the Capri Suns already have wrinkles, so you're gonna have wrinkles. Not gonna get away 100%, but it looks good. Okay, so our last item that we're gonna do are the Rice Krispie treats. Okay, with my templates, I usually put multiples on if I can. So you wanna go ahead and cut it out so that you can save some paper. It's better when you can put more than one, just like with my my juice pouch labels, you get 4 of those templates on one sheet. Okay. And again, this label or wrapper, so the labels are technically for the adhesive, the stickiness, and the wrappers are just a regular paper. So for this wrapper, it can fit the mini Rice Krispie treats and the regular size Rice Krispie treats, not the oversized ones. But I can make a label, a wrapper for that if you need it. Okay. And of course, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my 1 ounce Oreo bag, and I'm gonna fold along the seams. This is such a cute design. Someone please have a party so I can create this for you. Or just go and buy the template so I can see you all create it. I love seeing when folks buy my templates and you know, seeing their creations. That's exciting. All right, so this actually is pretty perfect. I don't have to cut any off. I do have a little teeny white part right there. I'm gonna slice that off, and then I'm gonna put the nutrition facts on top of the word side. But I really don't have to slice anything off because it's perfectly sized. Just gonna cut that tiny piece off because I had a little white strip that I didn't cut off. All right, so I'm actually gonna use my glue tape with this just because it's thinner paper and it should be fine. All right, so I'm going to put the glue tape on the side that I'm going to overlap and put on top, and I'm gonna put it along the bottom. So I'm gonna put it on the nutrition fact side because that's the side that I want to be on top. And then put it along the bottom. This is just a mock design, but if I was doing an actual design, I'd probably go in on the bottom with the glue gun, just for extra security so that doesn't come loose, because sometimes this glue tape doesn't always cooperate. All right, so now the side that doesn't have the glue, I went and folded it in, and it's already pre-folded because you already folded on the seams. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold the top that does have the glue tape and fold it on top. All right, so that's what we have right now. So we got that, and then that side, okay? Okay, so the side that we glued, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to put the zigzags on the bottom, just like we did with the Oreo bag. Okay, so the same exact techniques for all of my products, really, but the only difference is the sizing. So I went in with my paper crimper. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see the paper crimp? I hope you can see it. All right, now we're gonna stick the mini Oreo inside. Why did I say mini Oreo? I'm like stuck on Oreos. The mini Rice Krispie inside. Can you see that? I hope you can. I'm talking to you like, you know, you can see it. You can actually see it. I just like to fold in it a little bit. And that's one thing I like to mention. Some of my wrappers will require that you actually fold the snack in order to fit it. So if you buy my templates and you notice that something doesn't fit, just give it a little fold and stick it in there and it'll be just fine. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go along the inside with my glue gun, seal it, slice it, and then crimp it. Let me make sure my glue is hot enough. Well, it's gonna be hot enough today. Okay. All right. Same process. And this is done. I'm gonna move the camera back to myself and give you some close-ups, and we are gonna wrap it up. Okay, we are done with this little mini party pack. And I would just want to give you a close-up so you can see how everything turned out. So that is the front of the Oreo pack. That is the back. And of course, this design can be used for any 1 ounce bag. Just make sure, depending on what you decide to put in it, you adjust the size when you print it. For example, this is printed on a 95% scale as opposed to 100%, and I can also go down to a 90% just because the Oreo bag is pretty small. Then we have the Rice Krispie treats, and that is the back. The same verbiage is on the back side for all of them. And then we have the Capri Suns. This is such a cute little party pack. I love this so much. And shout out, I gotta find her name. I'm gonna put it in the text so you know who recommended that I do this Princess Peach design. Because it turned out so cute. It inspired me to do something that I was not going to do at all. I had no intentions of doing a Princess Peach design. But I'm so glad that I did because it turned out so stinking cute. Let me see. So, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do so. And of course, please feel free to go and join my other social medias. My Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, they all offer a little something different, even though Instagram and Facebook are kind of the same. But on my Facebook, I don't have that many followers. I have like 10, 15, I don't know. But on Instagram, it's starting to grow and offer something different there. Whereas here, I offer a lot of tutorials. So I certainly appreciate your support and thank you for being along on this journey with me. I wish you all much success. And so if there's anything that you all would like to see, just go ahead and put it in the comment section. Again, like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, all that good stuff, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.